What's up? It's Mellow Yellow with my main man E. We drinking beer and talking sports, man. Yo, E, you talked earlier about the Ravens and Denver, and what were your thoughts on that game today as the Ravens won in overtime?
Well, one of the problems was Peyton Manning wasn't sharp as he has been over the last few weeks. The Denver offense, although they scored a lot of points, they struggled at times, and the defense was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think I heard somebody say Champ Bailey is a buster.
Well, he got burned a lot today, right?
They said his name should be Toast
Toast
because it was a bad day for Mr. Bailey.
And I would agree, outside of Holiday, Denver wouldn't even have been in the game. What do you think?
No, with Elway they probably would have been.
Well, it was just a tough day. You know, they couldn't stop him. That was their biggest problem.
Okay.
That was their biggest problem right there. They couldn't stop him.
And do you think this is the end for Peyton Manning? You think he got a couple more
Oh,
years?
no. I think next year, knowing the owner, last year he went out and got Peyton Manning, the offense. In this game, their problem was defense. So, in the upcoming offseason, he probably go for defense.
Right. As we drink beer and talk sports, my main man, Ezel, in the house like furniture. My man. Appreciate you. Dude, as we talk about the 49ers and Green Bay, what are your thoughts on this game?
Go 49ers. I'm a Bears fan. I could never root for the Pack. Go 49ers. That's all I can say about that.
So, in your opinion,
although I will say, Aaron Rodgers, he is a great quarterback. I will say that.
Is he the best quarterback?
No, I know.
Who's that?
Best ever. I would have to say maybe Johnny Unitas and Otto Graham a close second.
But in the modern era, who would you take?
Peyton Manning.
Okay. But I could argue that he can't scramble like an Aaron Rodgers.
You would take Peyton Manning and he out?
So what would your argument be against that?
Ain't Peyton Manning out?
What?
That Aaron Rodgers can scramble a lot better than Peyton Manning ever could.
I'm not taking a motherfucker that ain't in the playoffs no more.
I'm not saying he's better, but that's a good argument. What do you think?
If you want to say one of the scramble, how about Brett Favre? Let's put that name on.
Oh, fuck him, too.
I said that myself.
As we drink beer and talk sports, as the peanut gallery is chirping, and Big E, what did you think about the Redskins and Seattle game? What were some of your thoughts on that game? I mean, RG3 obviously had a knee injury, and yet, the Shanahan plan, as I call him, head coach and offense coordinator kept calling running plays for him. What you thought about the play calling in that game with him being hurt and having an injury?
The play calling was a little suspect. I disagree with a lot of people who criticize Shanahan or shenanigans. Players have played hurt before. Like he said, he would have been upset. They're trying to win the game. I don't think they were trying to hurt the franchise over, just one game. I think, some of the critics they were a little too hard on Mike Shanahan overall because other coaches have been in that position, and maybe that player wasn't 100%. But who was the best guy to win the game?
Hater in that.
I will say though, on a side note, if I was Kirk Cousins, I wouldn't feel so good. You think a guy on one leg is better than me at 100%? That would not make me feel good. But hey.
Well said, as we drink beer and talk sports. I want to move on to Atlanta versus Seattle. Tomorrow's game, America. As we drink beer and talk sports with E. What are your thoughts about Atlanta in general? They had a pretty good year, obviously. And Seattle is kind of a firecracker. What are your thoughts on that game?
I would like to start off by saying that if Atlanta don't win, I don't know what to say. They will be criticized until the team may have to get broken up. I don't really know what you can do. They have some excellent players on offense. They have some beasts at wide receiver. Julius Jones. If he played on another team, he might be playing tight end. He's so big.
He's so big. Yeah. And
fast. Right. If they don't win, that's because what is it? They've been 0-3.
Haven't won
0-4, 0-4, whatever it's been. Since the last time they went to the Super Bowl. If they don't win tomorrow, Not just go. They don't even have to go to the Super Bowl. They just have to win tomorrow. Period. They just have to win tomorrow.
We have a lot of friends, America, that are big fans of Matty Ice, Matt Ryan. I'm one of the ones that think, and I don't know if you agree or disagree with this, America. I'm not a big fan of him because I think he had more to work with than most quarterbacks. He hasn't won anything. What do you think about Matt Ryan?
He likes football.
Is he okay or average or better than average? Or what are your thoughts on Matt Ryan?
He quit.
As a good quarterback, just average or what?
I would say that he has all the skills, all the tools to be a top tier quarterback. But I would also add that he hasn't shown it. He hasn't proven it. As we talked today, a guy, Joe Flacco, he's been heavily criticized, stepped up today.
Yeah, he did.
Truly stepped up today. That touchdown, what was it, 70, 80 yards at the end of the game? What was that? That was off the chain.
Right. And as we talk quarterbacks, man, with my main man E, as we drink beer and talk sports, who are your top 5 quarterbacks in the league as we speak now, today? You know,
Peyton Manning, Brady, Aaron Rodgers.
That nigga was never in charge. If what was that motherfucker?
Let's see.
That's what he meant.
Yeah, he needs to get your ass up.
You want to beat who else is there?
Peanut Gallery talk. Drew Brees, maybe, I don't know.
Drew Brees, perhaps, and maybe criticized for this name, but I do think, even though he's only a rookie, I do think he'll end up in the Hall of Fame, and that would be Andrew Luck.
Andrew Luck.
No player on here is asked to do as much as he has, other than a guy like Peyton Manning or Tom Brady.
America. For those that don't know, what were their record last year? What was it? 2-14,
right?
And yet they were in the playoffs this year.
Right, all because of him. He had to come out. He had to make sure they were in the right protections. He had to read the defense. If they were in the wrong play, he had to change the play. Now he had to do all this as a rookie, and then after he did all this, then he had to actually make the play as a rookie. Now that's a lot to ask anybody, any player.
And Big E, as we asked you this, I'm trying to figure out, did they have a running game?
Not really.
And he did all of this with no running game, right?
An average rate.
An average at best.
Right, an average.
But yet he was a Pro Bowl caliber quarterback in his first year, 11-5, or were they 10-6 or 11-5? But they made the playoffs. That's important.
I'm not sure if 11-5. I'm not sure, but they made the playoffs. They lost in the first round from 2-14 to.
What you expect, right? You expect that.
10-6, making a play, and a lot to do with just one thing. Yeah.
And we saw some of the MVP candidates this year, man. As we drink here and talk sports. Yeah, Adrian Peterson. We had, obviously
MVP.
Manning.
No. Let's say Adrian Peterson. MVP,
right.
So
obviously, America, you think Adrian Peterson MVP?
Sandy, I just put it down.
Took a team on his shoulders with no passing game and did what he did, right?
Yeah. 2,000 rushing yards.
Right.
Second
ever.
Oh my God.
That's MVP to me.
I just put it
That's MVP 2,000 MVP to me.
Right here.
Cut and dry, without a doubt, as you drink beer. As we move on, we look at, we talk about quarterbacks. We've talked about running backs. Who are some of your favorite defensive players in the league, or best defensive players in any position? But just in general, you think about defense. What are some of the players that stick out for you right now in the NFL as you drink beer talk?
J.J. Watt.
J.J. Watt for the Texans.
Ray Lewis.
No, I had
obviously but he come back.
I gave you a wide.
Pick right back up, right where he left off, man.
Right, this one and this one. This is one. This is no. I don't want. Listen, this call me.
I don't like to draft.
Yeah. This ain't boxing. I'm not drinking boxing. No, I'm not drinking boxing. No, I just gave you my.
And one of my favorite players on the bench, Charles Tillman.
Okay.
All pro Charles Tillman.
Now, with J.J. Watt, what are some of the things he does that
No,
makes him so dominant?
I gave you your
Makes him one of the best defensive players in the league.
I just tell you my come here. I said, hold on. No, I said right there.
The fact that he can play the tackler and at times during the game, and it does, and he's done it several times. Now his biggest test will be when they play.
No, I did give you that cup. Remember he said, "Give me my drink right there." Right, you said it right here, drinking it like a King Cup cup.
It really doesn't matter where you
right? No, you said that's
at times during the game he can become dominant.
Right, it's a cup. Right, you had still cup.
And I think also, in addition to what you said, he knocks down so many passes when he doesn't get to the quarterback. But usually you get to the quarterback, he's so dominant. Whether he plays the tackle or defensive end, like you said, he's just such a dominant player, man. As you drink beer talk sports. Now, you can name a couple other players.
Right, that's what you said on there talking to T.
What are some of the things they do that make them so dominant?
Well, for Charles Tillman, the way he matches up. He must really watch a lot of film. The way he matches up, doesn't get in position very often. The way he plays defense and the Bears' style of defense, trying to create turnovers and that kind of thing. And he's done it consistently over a number of years. Not just a one-hit wonder, so to speak. He's done it consistently over a number of years.
And as we drink beer and talk sports, Ezel, can you explain the Bears' type of philosophy for defense for America, in case they don't know? And what makes them so good?
Definitely part of their philosophy is former coach Lovie Smith was to try to create offense and defense by creating turnovers. He always felt, statistics show that the team that wins the turnover battle tends to win more.
Come on, boy.
So that was their style of defense. But they did do other things, such as playing very basic defense in terms of stopping the run, which in my book is key in the NFL. They may say it's a pass-happy league, but if you don't stop the run in the NFL, you really can't win the game.
Absolutely. I agree. Well said. Again, as we drink beer and talk sports. And as you look at these playoffs, and we think about some of the best teams in it, obviously, you think about the Patriots, the Texans, Denver, who is out, with the Ravens, San Francisco, Portland. Who do you pick to go to the Super Bowl and why? Put you on the line right now, Seattle, obviously.
Looking at today's game, I'm liking the 49ers and the way it's worked out. I'm not really sure what the Texans will do, but I would say the Patriots again. They were saying that they're very determined. They haven't won a Super Bowl in a number of years. They've been, but they haven't won. And they beat the Texans one. Not really sure what they're going to get tomorrow. And as far as Baltimore, they played against each other before, and I think the Patriots have won most of those matchups in the playoffs.
I would agree. Yeah. So outside of football, what are some of your favorite sports? You like basketball, baseball? What do you say?
Basketball fan.
Okay. So as we drink beer and talk sports, he's saying that he loves basketball. All right, so let's talk about basketball. And you've seen this, you looked at some games this year, obviously. Who do you think of some of your best teams in the NBA this year, and what? Any team in particular that sticks out?
The team that sticks out is Memphis. They're playing very well. They did okay last year because they went to the playoffs, but they're playing very well this year. Then, of course, is Oklahoma. They seem to kind of pick up with where they left off due to the fact that they did not win the championship. They probably still have that hunger. And, of course, the hot topic right now is the Clippers. They won 17 games in December. And they seem to be a very difficult team to beat. So, barring injury, who knows with them?
Do you think in a playoff series the Clippers can beat OKC or even the Heat for that matter? Do you think they're structured to win not a half-court offense, but just a playoff series in your opinion? The Clippers. They're down so a lot.
Well, you can use the word structure. They simply because of their bench. You know, I mean, Kevin Durant, he may be a MVP caliber player every year. Russell Westbrook, MVP player, All-Star player. And then the other players seem to be stepping forward, and developing more in themselves. But I would say because of their bench, simply because of their bench,
Go down a little bit, please. So, just like the double cover. So, you're saying OKC and the Clippers think Clippers can beat them in 7-game series, right? Is there any team in the East you think can beat any of those two teams? You think the Heat can do it, or is there any other team? As we drink beer and talk sports, and we got a lot of background noise. Go ahead, Ethan.
I think the Bulls can beat anything, and the reason I say that is simply because of the way they play defense. I'm not so sure about Boston. I don't know how much Boston will have left in a long run. They might not be able to get to the final.
They're old.
They're an older team. They're trying to inject some fresh legs. Jared Sullinger out of Ohio State. He's starting to come into his own. I'm not so sure about Boston. But the Bulls, simply because of the way they play defense, and that is one of the keys to winning the championship. I think they can potentially beat any team. OKC is a matchup problem for everybody. It doesn't matter who you are. They're a problem for every team.
I thought last year that although Miami won, I thought Miami was hot. They hit every shot from the 3-point range. Like Battier, for example, he never hit those many threes. But they won, I give them credit, but I think a different year might be a different story. I'm not sold on Miami. What are your thoughts on that?
Miami so far, they don't seem to have that same hunger. It would be interesting to see. From playoff time, they might get it back. And they don't really talk about it a lot, but I have, I'm not sure. They just don't seem to have that same hunger as they did before.
When you win the championship, you lose that hunger, America. And we both agree that maybe Atlanta don't have that, that killer instinct that they once had. Now, a team like the Clippers and some of the teams you named earlier, being that they never won, they probably do have that killer instinct. They want to get where Miami is right now. Is there another team you can name that maybe outside the Clippers, outside of OKC, want to get where Miami is? Memphis and who else? Any other team? Or is that it? In your opinion? As we drink beer and talk sports and listen to house music.
Well, I don't know if they have that hunger, but if it came down to a playoff series, I think Boston would cause problems for Miami. One, they're familiar with Miami, and they've had some success over the last few years. One championship, and typically they go past the first round of the playoffs in the last few years. So they will get into a playoff series because they would probably cause some problems because Rondo, Paul Pierce, and Kevin Garnett, I'm sure they would feel that they have some people. Yeah, you won, but we won too.
We got a ring like you do, but it's one
you
damn
got a ring. But we want a ring.
One ring, America, one. Yeah. That's a good point as we drink beer and talk sports. And, as obviously we saw what happened with Carmelo and Garnett and that big argument, that big fight. And obviously, Garnett's been a kind of a volatile type of player throughout his career. Always says something to get on the player's skin. That's his personality. No big deal. Most players know that. Do you think he crossed the line with Carmelo Anderson? Or do you think Carmelo Anderson is just like a prima donna, where he's just real fragile and kind of dainty and complaining about everything? What are your opinions on that?
Well, if he did tell Carmelo Anthony that what he was saying, making comments about his wife, then yes, that's crossing the line. Now, you can talk about me. You can say I got flat feet, I got a big nose, I'm ugly, whatever.
Anything.
But now you're talking about my wife and you making sex, throwing some kind of sexist thing, that's crossing the line.
Don't cross the line, man.
That's not appropriate to say something about another man's wife.
All right. As we drink beer, talk sports, my main man E. Candid moments, live and living color. I appreciate you, taking time. What, in your opinion, are the top 3 cornerbacks in the NFL right now? If you look at the game, obviously Reeves has got to be in that conversation. Who are some of your other favorite cornerbacks, America?
Well, there's Reeves. There's still my man Tillman. And then we talk about Richard Sherman in Seattle.
Okay.
It's tough to see who stands out because it seems like no cornerback is down. At some point or some game, in a couple of games, they're going to get burnt.
Like any other player.
They're going to get burnt.
They put on the island, they will get burned eventually. Fair. Alright. And you obviously you made points about J.J. Watt earlier. It's been a defensive tackle and end, playing both positions. Alright, what's your favorite linebacker in the league?
London Fletcher. Longevity.
Alright.
Longevity, consistency.
What team does he play for?
He plays for
Redskins?
The Redskins. Oh, and Mr. Willis for
Patrick Willis.
For the 49ers.
Who's actually a little undersized at 6 feet tall. Mississippi, right?
Yeah, that's what that's what they say, but I don't know. I think it's like basketball. That height. I think they're a little generous with that.
I think he's like 5'10". It's like all right, and it's so interesting to see that somebody like a Patrick Willis, who you think linebackers been aggressive, rushing the quarterback, he's good in coverage also. Would you agree or no? Or is he average in coverage? What are your opinions?
What's about average in coverage? Because a lot of times they just move them in zone. They don't really match them up. They have one-on-one. So I would say it's about average.
Between the lines, America, he's breaking it down. So now, he's saying they use him in zone a lot, but yet you say he's the best linebacker. So if he's using zone, what makes him so special to be an elite linebacker in your opinion?
The way he reads
coverage?
And a sure tackler.
Okay.
The way he reads offense.
Okay. Fair.
And a sure tackler.
That's very good. That's fair.
That's key. And as well as at times he can be a playmaker.
Alright. As we drink beer and talk sports, we're in Chicago with my main man E. And I'm gonna ask something that's near and dear to our hearts. Brian Urlacher, Chicago Bears, and we all have seen him play for 10 plus years. Overall, what are your thoughts on Brian Urlacher? Do you think he was overrated? Do you think he got what he deserved? Or do you think he was underrated? In your opinion, what do you think about Brian Urlacher in America? It's a hot topic.
Well, I don't think he was underrated. I certainly don't think that. I think he was an excellent middle linebacker. I think with maybe a little more success, maybe when they went to the Super Bowl, perhaps they may be talking about Hall of Fame. He had a great career in Chicago. Typically leads the team in tackling or second in tackling, and always with 100+ tackles every season.
Yeah.
Made some great plays, had some great games.
Right.
The Arizona game to me stands out, especially during his career. The game has become most famous for with Dennis Green.
They are what they are.
The Bears are who we thought they were.
Right.
And we let them off the hook. Yeah. So in that game, he kind of took over. The Bears were losing very poorly, and then it's like Brian Urlacher, he just took over and won the game.
And we talk about Urlacher, and we drink beer and talk sports. And you recently saw America that Lovie Smith got 5 for the Bears. and they kind of dragging their feet, as most general managers do when they hire a new coach, trying to fill it out in case they have a guy already predetermined. What do you think about Lovie Smith's tenure, the 9 years he was with the Chicago Bears? You think he was a good coach, average coach, or a garbage coach?
I think Lovie Smith is a very good coach,
Okay.
especially when he got there and after a few years took the Bears to the Super Bowl. I think one of the biggest problems has been offensively with the Chicago Bears. That's always been a problem with Chicago teams. And most recently, as he stated, one of the number one things you have to do as a Chicago Bears coach is beat the Green Bay Packers. And they haven't been beating the Green Bay Packers.
And I might note that his offense was no higher than 15th in any year he's ever been with the Bears. So after 9 years, sooner or later you gotta cut ties.
Yes. And then he did make some mistakes with hiring. Mike Mars, he may be an offensive genius. Don't doubt that for a second. But and when you have a home team like Chicago and running his offense, a vertical offense,
Right.
Okay, and a vertical offense with no audibles. That makes it very difficult to be successful when you're playing so.
Especially in today's day and age with the multiple blitz packages that defenses throw at you gotta have the ability to change the play the line of scrimmage. Because why wouldn't you? If you had one set play, that makes no sense, right? If you can't audible. Would you agree or not?
I would agree, especially if the play is red, because plays are red.
Right.
From time to time, plays are red. And then the smart quarterbacks, what do? They had a green light to change the play. If you want a bad play, then come out of that and go to a good play.
I like Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, well,
Aaron Rodgers.
Right. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers.
Several quarterbacks.
Yeah. So it is important that you have that ability to make those audibles, especially
Matt Ryan, your guy, Matty Ice.
He's not my guy. It's my guy.
Oh, okay.
As he drank beer, talk sports, live and direct America. My main man. As we talked earlier about, also in addition to quarterbacks, some of the best running backs in the last 10 years, and obviously Adrian Peterson, maybe Chris Johnson. I don't know who you make sure. Who are your top 5 running backs in the league right now?
Adrian Peterson is number 1.
All day, AP.
I don't know about Chris Johnson. He hasn't. He hasn't had a year like he's had in the past.
That 1 year he had
right.
2,000 yards.
Right. He had that 1 year
and as usual, he got a big contract and didn't do nothing. It's kind of cliche.
He hasn't done much since. Who's some of the other running backs?
You got Ray Rice, you got Gore. It's a lot of running backs. I'm not saying they should be in the same category, but it's worth the discussion, maybe.
Yes, some other good quarterbacks.
Texas running back.
Adrian Foster.
It's not, but are they as good as AP all day? Nah, probably not.
I think this season, Adrian Peterson was clearly head and shoulders above anyone else.
I would agree. So then, are you saying he's the MVP, or is it Adrian Rodgers, or is it Manning?
AD, all day.
And why is that? Because the fact that maybe he didn't have nothing else to work with, or he's just that good?
He's just that good. Minnesota's not a bad team. They made the playoffs.
Right.
And as some people learned from watching Joe Webb in that playoff game, Christian Ponder is better than you think he is.
It's a lot better than you think he is. He's a lot underrated, maybe. Everybody want to be so quick, and we fall victim to it too, as we drink beer and talk sports. We are so quick to, say somebody's underrated or overrated. But Christian Ponder, I was his biggest critic. I admit it, America. He was a lot better than I really gave him credit to be, and I think you agree with that also. He was a lot better than you thought he was.
Yes, yeah. I thought the Vikings would have had an opportunity to beat the Packers again in that playoff game. I thought it was so unfortunate that he was injured and couldn't play. Having just played the week before, playing this team for the third time.
Beat him.
Right. They won one game, and then you playing this team for the
Good
third
hit.
time.
Your
team is on an emotional high because although the player didn't break the record, he did have a record-setting season. 2,000 yards. That is a record-setting season.
When no one picked him to do anything, they pretty much took it to the Bears and took it to the Green Bay and everybody else in the NFC North. Hats off to them. Very impressive. As we drink Bear Talk Sports, and we talk about some of the best tight ends in the game, blocking and pass, route running, all of that. Who are some of your favorite tight ends in the game and why?
Vernon Davis. One of the biggest reasons is speed. He has wide receiver speed.
Right.
So he's very difficult to match up with. The linebacker's not fast enough. And a safety that takes away from what you can do in coverages.
Right.
So it's a very difficult matchup. Some of the other tight ends, Tony Gonzalez, no question.
Right.
We're talking about a little bit about Atlanta earlier, but I don't know how much of a fan I am of Atlanta, but I am a fan of Tony Gonzalez.
Okay, that's fair.
He's had a good career.
Candid Talk America, Drinking Beer Talk Sports.
And who else? Trying to think of some other guys.
Bowski, Graham, Witten, maybe they've fallen off a lot more in the last few years.
I had to give Gronkowski kudos, but I've personally never been impressed with him. So.
I think of New England as a new wave West Coast offense because they don't throw deep a lot. Because they really don't have a lot of deep threats. It's just like a new hybrid version of a West Coast offense. It's a lot of timing, quick passes. They don't have a lot of deep threats. They haven't had it since Randy Moss, probably.
Right.
What do you think on that offense? I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad offense, but it's nothing that I think will win a Super Bowl. And that's why they haven't won a Super Bowl. Because there's a lot of quick passes, West Coast type offense like Joe Montana, but without the deep threat that maybe he may have had. Or maybe that Brady had with Moss earlier in his career.
Which team are we talking about again? Which team are we talking about again?
The Patriots.
I think that's part of it. I think that's good. I think that's an excellent point because really what they try to do is get their wide receivers out the pass route and look for the best possible matchup. That's all they really did. It's not like there's something special or
they reinvented the wheel.
It's not like anything like that. For example, like Calvin Johnson this year, Megatron. He beat double and triple team. So what New England does, there's nothing like it. Wes Welker is an excellent player, but really they just try to put him in a position to find the most advantageous matchup.
So, do you think it's because of the quarterback or just because of the offense? So my point is, you think Brady really is that good, or is it because of the offense that they follow that puts them in a position to be that good?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
A little bit of both.
Okay. So if you had one game, would you take Brady over Manning or Manning over Brady?
Peyton Manning.
Okay. But you could argue that Brady has 3 rings and Manning has 1. So what would you argue back to that? Or what would be your counter argument for that? it don't matter because it's a team game or I'm just curious. Not to put you on the point, but and Brady has lost twice.
There's nothing wrong with Tom Brady. It's just that it would just be just a choice.
Okay.
Just feel more comfortable with Peyton Manning as opposed to Tom Brady.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing what we saw on TV with his foot speed and how he practices. 36 years old, however old he is. It's pretty amazing. Alright. As we drink beer and talk sports, thank you, Will, for the candy moments. What is the best defense in the league in your opinion? It's like, obviously the Bears were pretty good earlier in the year. Obviously the Texans, Ravens always have that talk. 49ers are always the top of the list. Right now, as we stand in the playoffs, as 49ers play Green Bay, what do you think is the best defense in the league? What makes it so good? In your opinion, I mean, it's your opinion. See, America's got to think because that's a pretty complex question. I don't know the answer either, as we drink beer and talk sports. But we got the insiders, the truest information, and the most direct information we've ever seen.
I really know it's tough to answer.
What are your thoughts on some of the, like Cincinnati? I thought had a better defense than I ever thought it would be. Obviously Texas, but they fell off in the last 5 games of the year. The Patriots picked it up. 49ers haven't been as good as they have been in the past. Seattle, they were really good lately. The Bears were good all season, but they got gashed when it counted. It's a lot of good defense, but is there any more such thing as a great defense anymore, or do you think it is?
I would just say not current.
Yeah,
I think it's possible to put one together. I definitely think it's possible to put one together, but not current.
Out of Seattle, 49ers, you think, or any of these playoff teams, you think any of them can make it? Their defense is good enough to make it to the championship game.
Seattle over the other team.
Well, the Patriots, 49ers, the Ravens, and pretty much that's it.
The 49ers and the Patriots, I was saying, I think they will be in the Super Bowl. The Ravens this year, yeah, of course, they definitely had a defense to take them anywhere they want to go.
Hater in the house.
Seattle, I'm not so sure about because I still don't know how they're doing it on offense. I don't get it. I mean, they have an excellent runner and an excellent offensive line, but they just kind of coming out of nowhere and they get it done. But me, I'm a little unsure about those Seahawks.
It's kind of smoke and mirrors, maybe, right? Yeah. I agree with that, but they are hot, and we all know the hot team makes it to the championship.
Yeah, the hot team, they usually do well in the 12.
So, America, as we drink beer and talk sports, we're going to conclude this session with my main man E. And I am Mellow Yellow. We appreciate your time, and God bless.
God bless.
Peace out.